grow, still can't stop it.
What is up? I am Crypto Mason, and welcome back to the Crypto Mason YouTube channel. Shout out to the Gold Squad. We look for gold in every single aspect of our lives, and we always find it. Now today, we are back for another daily market update. As you can see, I am back at home. April was literally super busy with NFT LA, Bitcoin Miami, and then the NFT gathering. But now I'm back home. I'm ready to give you guys, or provide you guys, some great daily market updates today. So let's get straight into it. Skip all the talking at the beginning. BTC 4-hour chart still flat for the last 2 days. Absolutely nothing going on with Bitcoin. 39,000, battling this 40K level, right? Every time we get above it, we're coming right back down. Bitcoin can't even get past 40K. Now, I also wanted to look at this chart. I have not looked at this chart in a while, but this is the chart of USDT market cap. So basically printing USDT, right? And as we can see, this has been leveled off since April 4. There has basically been no USDT printing. I think we are in for an announcement of some USDT printing soon, okay? Possibly. The end of April, I'm predicting the end of April to not be that bullish at all. Hopefully just flat and not down. But we could go down as well nearing the end of April here. You guys know my prediction for April. I'm sorry to say it, okay? Because people don't like it when somebody says they're right? But we were kind of correct that this was going to we were going to dump into April, right? That was the conference curse. With the Bitcoin conference, every single time that there's a mega Bitcoin conference, Bitcoin dumps. So into April, right? April 1, we were going flat, and dumped into the middle of April. And then my prediction for April was that we were going to be flat, and we literally have not got past 42K, 43K, ranging between 43K and what do we have here? Like 39,000. Extremely boring month for April, for Bitcoin specifically, but there has been a couple other coins like going pretty ballistic. So there has been money making opportunities. That's the main misconception with a bear market, is that there's no money making opportunities. There is, right? You can even make money when the market goes down. So USDT, I hope to see some printing going on, right? Why does this affect it? Because many people think that USDT is kind of propping the Bitcoin price up. And historically, we've seen when they do print, Bitcoin does go up, okay? Now, we have not looked at our crypto meter in a while. This is cryptometer.io. We can see the volume flow. This is the daily chart, and then we've got the buy flow, right? So this means USDT, look, $392 million is going out of USDT and buying up Jasmy, ETH, and Steppen, GMT. And then you've got Hard, IOST, some other interesting coins. This is another way of finding crypto gems, is using this website. And you can stumble across different projects that there's a lot of volume going into. And also over here, we have GMT getting $3.7 million of net flow. This is a flow chart of net volume here. So you can see these are the it's basically just a spider web of where the volume is going, right? So you can see XRP, there's 15.9 million. You have BTC, right? So this is a good way to see where the money's going. And Jasmy. So Jasmy is very interesting to me. I've never been like bullish on Jasmy at all, because look at this chart, right? This is the 1-year chart of Jasmy. Now this should make you bullish actually, because it looks like it's done nothing. But a key tip right here is click the log scale. Boom. If we click the log scale, that's logarithmic, right? It makes the chart, it shows you how volatile the chart has actually been. If I turn that off, it looks like Jasmy has flatlined. If I turn it on, we can see this year we've went from 1 cent to 27 cents, right? So that's a 27x your money right there. And then we went from 27 down to 1 again, and then back up to 4, right? So you want to turn that log scale on if you see a chart like this. But over the past month, it's a very volatile project. I don't know much about Jasmy, so I'm not going to really speak on it. But it does look like there's some money flowing into it right now. And that's at 2 cents, which makes sense, right? 2 cents. If it does go back to 27 cents, you're making a lot of money right there. We have Monero down 10% here. Waves, Kadena, Kava is pumping. Kava's an interesting project, merging the Cosmos and Ethereum ecosystem. I'm very bullish on the Cosmos ecosystem. You've probably heard me say that a million times in the past couple months here. But this is what the altcoins are looking like. Now, let's get on to some of the covering the title of this video, because they are scared of XRP, folks. And I want to talk a little bit about this photo. This photo has been going around Twitter of this. I'm going to be a bit harsh here. This imbecile wearing a shirt that says Ripple, right? And then it says XRP the security, or hashtag XRP the security. Now, who is this guy? Because I found out who he is. And big shout out to Moon Lambo for the research that was done 2 years ago on these guys. These guys are both like heavy Bitcoin maxis, very anti-XRP. And they have this Forbes article. And in this Forbes article, they say that, where is it? Let's see. I'll show you right here. They say this article's about Zcash and XRP and how they hate both of them. Okay, they're from Multicoin Capital, by the way. 2 years from now, Zcash is worth 0. Now, guess what? When was this article? February 5 of 2020. Okay, February 5 of 2020. Let's check the Zcash price back then. So February 5 of 2020. So right over here, you've got, okay, this is February 5. It was about 40 bucks, right? Let's see. Yeah, $46 US on February 5. Oh, that's 2019. Sorry. That's 2019. Right here. Okay, so it was about like 70 bucks, right? In 2020 when this article was written. 2 years later, what is Zcash at? $159. So these guys are trash, right? They literally got exposed in a Forbes article. That was a horrible prediction, right? Zcash is actually worth, 3 times what it was before. And then they also go into why they hate XRP in here. Basically, just saying a bunch of BS that's not even true. Like, what are they saying here? That XRP is centralized. All the classic arguments against XRP. But we need to talk about why this is an extremely low IQ move to wear a shirt like this. Most of you already know the severity and depth of the XRP lawsuit is something you can't just like laugh at or wear like funny shirts about. This is not a laughing matter. It literally, like, these guys are Bitcoin maxis is what you need to understand. These guys are Bitcoin maxis. Did you know that some Bitcoin maxis don't even care if all of these altcoins turn into securities? They don't care. All they care about is that Bitcoin is invincible to that, right? There is no creator of Bitcoin to sue. How are you going to sue Satoshi Nakamoto? Nobody knows who he is, right? How are you going to sue the Bitcoin company? There isn't one. There's no Bitcoin company, right? And arguably there's no Ethereum company, and that's why the SEC went down here and shot at Ripple, because they apparently are the parent company of XRP, which is complete BS. XRP is standalone, a decentralized cryptocurrency by itself, right? So this is one of the reasons, like, these people are like delusional, right? You cannot be saying this. All altcoins depend on this XRP lawsuit having a positive outcome. We need a positive outcome. And shout out to Pontus Maxi and Moon Lambo for bringing and exposing these guys. Now, we also have this clip of Chris Larson. This is why they fear XRP, okay? This is one of the reasons why they fear XRP. You're going to hear Chris Larson even mention how he's okay with the Lightning Network. So watch this.
XRP clearly has, among the majors, the lowest transaction costs. It is the fastest, about 3 seconds to settle, and it has the highest throughput of the major blockchains. Now, again, throughput, important to, I think, realize that, look, most of transactions eventually are going to be off ledger in some fashion. They're going to be using payment channels, XRP payment channels, Lightning Network, whatever it is. However, the throughput is still very important because at some point, someone's got to settle to the ledger, right? So the more throughput, the lower cost, the more efficient it's going to be. And equally as important, you've got to have this predictability of settlement. So XRP is not just the fastest of the majors, but it's actually very consistent, about 3 seconds, and the variability there is very low.
Notice how he says fastest of the majors, like Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP. There was like a point, it's kind of gone now, it's still there, where every new project compares themselves and their throughput to Bitcoin and ETH, right? But this is a valid comparison. And let's just compare it to Swift. How about that, right? We don't even need to compare it to Bitcoin because even Bitcoin is faster than the Swift network. I could send you $10 billion right now in Bitcoin. Maybe it takes an hour, but the fees are extremely lower than Swift, and it's way faster, right? So he's basically saying that no matter what the payments end up, the off-ledger or the off-ledger payments end up, it could be Lightning Network, it could be XRP payment channels, anything, right? It doesn't matter because eventually something has to settle to the ledger, and that is why XRP is the greatest digital asset for payments. They have solved the payments problem, which they think, in this same speech, I believe he says it, he thinks payments is the killer app. Now, what does that mean? The killer app means it's going to be the biggest application of this whole thing. It's the killer app. So they've positioned themselves to solve the killer app and build the killer app, and they have. And we're going to see where that goes once the world catches up and realizes how messed up the payment system is. Now, let's talk a little bit about Apecoin. Apecoin is basically... we're seeing that there's a little bit of centralization here. Data shows that the top 100 ape holders control 52% of the supply. Now, this is with every Ethereum token, though, right? That's what you need to understand. But one thing I want to talk about with Apecoin, this thing is at $17. So we had an amazing call on that, right? If you got in, at $6, $7, $8, you're doubled up. I'm doubled up. I got in at 8, or I think 750 or something in there. I'm still holding my Apecoin. I doubled it. I doubled my money and plus a little bit more. So shout out to anyone who got in at those low prices. For anybody who bought at like $15, who bought at $17, I think you should keep holding, but you could take your money out and break even right now and wait for this thing to come back down. From what I see on the graph, it could, if you did buy at 17, you could sell at 17 and maybe buy back in at 14. But is that really worth it? I mean, it is worth it, but for the, you have to make it, there's tax things there. So you can do whatever you want, but I do believe in Apecoin long term, and the main thing that's making me believe in that is a lot of these Bored Ape people have not dumped their Apecoin. They got it airdropped, and they still haven't dumped it, even at $17. They're still holding. Okay. Now, the New York Senator Kevin Thomas is proposing to criminalize rug pulls and other crypto frauds. He introduced a new bill amendment request to establish certain offenses related to rug pulls. Now, we do need this, right? We cannot let the crypto space just allow rug pulls. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. So somehow that needs to be handled, and people need to get, consequences for rug pulling people, because it makes the space unsafe, hard for newbies to come in. If they get rug pulled, they might get turned off to the entire space. We need some criminal penalties for that. So shout out to Senator Thomas for doing this, seeking a clear legal framework against crypto crimes. Very cool stuff there. Now, Circle is applying for a U.S. crypto bank charter in the near future. So look what's happening, dude. We're just going back to we're just making the old system into a new, the old system is carrying over into this new system. Circle basically wants to become a crypto bank, right? And the connection between Coinbase and Circle is they have this consortium co-founded by Circle and Coinbase called Center. And basically they share a common vision of an open global financial system built on crypto rails and blockchain infrastructure. So they're trying to make the US dollar useful. Now, let me tell you something about USDC and all stablecoins. They have already made the US dollar more useful. The US dollar is so stupid. If I want to send $1 million to somebody in China, right, you have to go through all that wire transfer stuff. And it takes a long time, and it's slow, and it's expensive. But with USDC coin, or USD coin, it made US dollars useful again, because right now I can send you USD coin instantly. And you'll get USD coin instantly. You'll have US dollars instantly. So what's going on here? We just made the US dollar very useful again, because that's the whole problem being solved right here with stablecoins. You can just send that anywhere. Now, you got to keep in mind, this is USD. Not everybody wants to use USD. And that is why we have a global bridge currency that is also being created. Because not every country is going to want to use USDC to settle, right? Because they're back in the US dollar. That's why we need a unbiased, unowned bridge currency. So, very interesting. They're trying to become a crypto bank there. That is all we've got for the daily market update. Make sure you're following on Twitter, Instagram. Join the Telegram group right there. I appreciate and love every single one of you. And goodbye.